All right, we are here at Stearns Big Park, where we're going to be walking for episode 1. Let's get ready. Let's get going. I'll take a picture of this later so that you can see. Let's get rolling on the trail. Like I said, this is episode 1 for Park Adventures with Ted. All right, I'm actually redoing this. The other day, I walked to this trail and I decided to do it in 4K. Actually, I started in 4K, then I switched it to 2.7. But then when I watched the video back, it was all bouncy. I was like, huh, this is not good at all. So here we are in the usual format that I'm used to recording. All right, here we are at 1. We're going to do the loop to 2, to 3, to 6, to 7, to 11, down here to 9, to 8, to 4, and back to the parking. That's the plan, and we will see. Getting used to the helmet view because you are on the helmet. Um, Got to be used to do more scanning with my eyes versus, you know, how they call it seasick. But I'm gonna call it trail sick. I'm gonna try not to get you guys trail sick because the whole idea is to view the trail, see what's going on. Little tidbit fact: this park I found at right after I got my action camera and was testing it. This is actually the very first park that I started using my action camera. And before I thought of, huh, let's walk trails and record them. Alrighty, so we are at point number 2. So I'll go right over here to 3. But there's the start. Not really the start, it's where the parking lot is. That's what I meant to say. That's where it says the trailhead. And here we are at number 3. Time to go to 6. Alright, so sandy trails, they don't bother me. But I also don't like it when it's super sandy like you're at the beach. But don't get me wrong. Good workout's a good workout. And it's a good workout walking in the sand. But there's going to be a future park that I have to go back to. It is one that I did walk, and there's a lot of sand. If I had to guess this park, oof, I'd say probably 85% of it's sand. I might be a little more biased, but yeah, it was not a fun one to practice walk. And I did record it. It was one of the ones that I recorded for when I was practicing with my action camera and all the different modes and figuring out which one works, doesn't work. All right. Really, the post was for number 9 that we saw way down there, where you can see that one. All right, here we are at number 10. We're gonna go to 9, then 8, then 4, and back to the trailhead. Fortunately, we're kind of going into the sun. It is what it is. It's all part of the game. Yeah, little butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. There's our voicerous friends. Let me sidestep so we can see them. I think you see them. Yeah, the good old Canadian geese. All right. Not gonna lie, this breeze kind of says I'm glad I didn't take off my jacket. So if you have any questions, comments, things you want to add, things I should do, things I should talk about, things you want to know, go ahead and just put it in the comments. And I will do them best to answer them on the next hiking trail recording. All right. Nothing like a walk into the sun. Ding ding, the brain has a question. What's the question, brain? All right, the brain has a question, and the question is, how far south in Michigan do bears typically make it? All right, that's a very good question. Since we're going to go on nature hikes, we need to be prepared for any possible bear encounters. Probably even cougar, coyote. Now, I'm sure 97%, and again, I am not a hunter, I'm not a biologist by any means, not an expert by any means necessary. We'll continue here in a second. We're at number 9. We're going to 8. Looks like it's a straight shot to 8. So like I said, I'm not an expert. So I'm sure most of them, they get spoofed when they know you're kind of around. They're gonna get spoofed and go away. I think the only time that it'll be problematic is if there's, they have babies around. Obviously, it's a different story then. But to answer the question is how far south. So I Googled it. I mean, you got to Google everything, especially now that AI is incorporated with Google, which AI can just search mountains of data in a flash. So, like I said, I'm in Ottawa County. We'll say Grand Haven, Allendale, in between. And bears have made it this far south. Ooh, what is that? I think that's a sandhill crane. Bears have made it this far south, but they're more predominant like in the Traverse City, Big Rapids, Cadillac, and north. So we're good. We're not out of the woods. Not out of the woods because anything is plausible. You never know. But so yeah, good question, brain. Huh. I'll take a look at the wiki lock here. Take a little breather. Look at the wiki lock. All right. 40 minutes in, 1.4 miles. So yeah, it's at 37 because I've made a couple like squeaky stops. All right. Like here's some big clearing area. Yeah, they definitely had a fire here. We weren't invited for marshmallows. Oh, was it windy? Very windy as we get into the field. All right. Hmm. So we're at number 8. So it looks like this is pointing towards number 7 that you could just barely see. But we're going to scoop around to 4. That must be a side trail. Not on the map. Very windy. So this is definitely a good test. I think this is a little windier than what I've tested the mic out at. So this is good. This is good. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, I'm gonna roll down my sleeves. It is nice and chilled. I'm glad I kept my jacket on. I think I've already said that though. You could tell that these trees were planted when they were growing because they're all in a line. Unless God just works in mysterious ways. which is plausible. All right, we're gonna take a little peek around us. Field. Oh yeah, look at the field. Like I said, we were not invited to this barbecue fire cookout that they had. Man, I feel disappointed. We could have had a good time roasting marshmallows. Mm. All right, here's number 4. If I remember correctly, we just round the bend and go home. Round the bend and go home. You know, that last little points, I don't think there was any benches, were there? Yeah, so it looks like it's all over on the one sides and sections. I don't remember any benches there in the last couple of points. Hmm, interesting. Or they were taken out because of the controlled fire. Be a numerous amount of things. All right, up ahead is the parking lot as more wind comes. Which honestly feels great. Couple more benches, as I see picnic tables. You'll see them here in a few. Alrighty. And the silver bullet. All right, pretty much empty except for the workers, Ottawa County workers. So we got some benches, got a table, 2 tables, got a porta potty, there's a tray, you got the trail mat, benches on the trail. I mean, it's not a bad trail by any means. Don't knock it. It's very simple. It's to the point. You can get a good workout in, good walk. So yeah, this is as we get back to my silver bullet, the Stearn Creek Park in Ottawa County, Michigan. So, alrighty. That concludes episode 1. And then there's a shed that probably has all their working materials in it. And the parking lot looks to be about, what about 8, 10 spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13. Alrighty. Well, this concludes Stearn Park Creek Park. Stearn Creek Park. Oh, hey, what are you doing? I thought the video's done. It's time to, well, since you're here, it's the end of the video. Remember, it's always good to hydrate. But yeah, see you later. You know the drill. Comment, share, all that good stuff. All right, see you later.